Now let's discuss that further. We have Attorney Dale Tudtud, Provincial Administrator and Tourism Officer of Siquijor. Good morning po. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning po, sir. Good morning po, ma'am. Good morning, everyone.
Alright, hingi lang po kami ng update doon sa rotational brownout. Ilang oras pa po walang kuryente kasi the last time we checked, parang 2 to 6 hours a day and putol-putol daw po yung mga na-experience sa mga residente. But with the announcement of President Bongbong Marcos na ibalik daw po yung kuryente, may mga reports din po kaming nakita na nabalik daw po yung power without interruption. Your reaction on that po?
Yes po. Well, based on the reports that we've gotten, as well as on the ground, since majority of the gensets have already arrived. In fact, all of the rental gensets have already arrived. We are currently working at around 8 of the 11 generator sets in the island. As it's no longer peak season, I think we have enough dependable capacity na to last without having to resort to rotational brownouts po. But of course, we want to make sure that there is still extra leeway, so we're working to repair the additional 3 gensets.
So right now, the island power is based sa capacity ng gensets. How about po yung actual power plants? May resolution na po ba dito? Kasi ang concern ng ibang business owners, kahit may genset daw, sa panig ng mga turista, medyo iffy sila sa ganyan, di ba? So, stability daw ang hinahanap nila.
Yes po. At the moment kasi, of the 11 generators of SIPCOR, only 8 are working of the 11. Kaya we're trying to repair the remaining 3 po. And when all of them are working in unison po.
Okay.
We also have for a long-term solution, which the President gave a 6-month timetable po, to have a supplemental power agreement. And this will be open technology po. So it will also include possible renewable options. It will also involve any players that want to get into the island. So it could possibly be diesel, it could possibly be solar, it could be wind. We're looking at the best option, and I think yung procuring entity dyan is NEA. So I think I'm confident they'll make the best decision for the island po.
Okay. So ano na po yung mga possible implications nito on the economic sector po ng Siquijor? We've seen reports also yung mga tourists daw na nag-i-inquire dyan. Kasama na dun sa tanong nila would be may brownout pa ba? Ilang oras ba yung brownout? Matatamaan? Etc.
Yes po. Well, at this time, we're actually going below the peak season na naman. We're approaching like the medyo lean season until it starts picking up again in December. But yes, even if it's an off season, we've already had a steady influx of tourists, which has, as of today's report, gradually seen a decrease because of the report on melioidosis and power po. But overall naman po, I think there's still a steady influx of tourists. We're just hoping that of course, that we move past this issue po as power improves over time.
Ang katanungan din dito, attorney, yung mga if ever, no, it's good to hear naman that you said steady influx of tourists pa rin. Pero for mga businesses that might be affected or are badly affected, will there be discounts in terms of yung pagbayad ng taxes, or may mga subsidies or any kind of assistance that will be given to them?
Well, I think the province is also discussing with Proscelco as to an electric bill rebate, because it's not just the private establishments po, but it's also the daily residents who were deprived of power during the past few months that are calling for a possible electric bill rebate, because I think there's still been a significant portion that's been apportioned, because people actually still get billed even more, because yung mangyayari kasi sometimes ma-off yung electricity, and then when it comes back, people have to plug in their electricity again, so tataas din yung mga electronic bills nila. So hopefully they're hoping that they can possibly explore rebate on the bills for the past 2 months po.
Okay, so as for the long-term solution po, meron na po ba tayong gagawin doon sa, kasi ito pong SI Power had failed to modernize the aging 6.4 megawatt po na plant, ano? Are we going to replace them already for the long-term solution po?
Well, on the province's end po, we assist NEA and the national agencies in making their own decision po regarding the matter. Kasi the contract between SIPCOR and Proscelco po is done with NEA, and they have a power supply agreement po between the two. So on our end, we're hoping that they make the best decision. I think CERC has already issued a show cause order po to SIPCOR. But for the long term, we're really just focusing on making sure that we have other alternatives, especially in the renewable energy department.
Right.
So hopefully with the passage of the supplemental power agreement, we can explore that. Or I think si NEA will make, once again, I'm hoping that NEA will make the best decision for the island, since this is more of their specialty and expertise as well. So I'm sure they would know the best decision and direction for the province po.
And lastly po, for the, just to be clear lang po, para po dun sa mga affected communities, kanina natanong po ni Diego yung mga business sectors, but this time around, yung mga residente po natin, especially now na pabalik na po sa klase yung mga estudyante natin, yung mga teachers na talagang kailangan po ang kuryente, supply ng kuryente, steady supply ng kuryente para po sa pag-aaral.
Yes po, I think when it comes to going back to school, living your day-to-day lives, steady power source is really necessary, because especially in Siquijor, where even the water is reliant on stable power source po, it's really important that we really need to make sure that we hold these corporations, these groups accountable po, and we can ensure that this steady supply is always supplied with a necessary backup, diba? Kasi there has to be some leeway. At the moment, with the rental gensets po, we have that power, but we do not have the leeway. That's why si Governor Jake alongside President Bongbong Marcos is really fast tracking also the repair of the remaining gensets. So we really have a little bit of wiggle room in case the inevitable does happen, and of course some gensets will due to wear and tear break po, kaya we have steady surplus po. I think that's the biggest priority po, to ensure that the residents don't have a break, because when there's a break po, even just 1 or 2 hours po every day, that's 1 to 2 hours too long, especially in the mornings when people are getting ready for school, getting ready for work.
Oo. Very quickly na lang din po, sir, yung sa supply po ng tubig. Kasi yung sabi nga nila po dyan, power no water din, affected din yung supply ng tubig nila dyan. Kamusta po ngayon?
Well, to my knowledge po, since power is back, there is a relatively
Steady supply na
water
po.
is actually quite regulated now. I think the water levels are okay now since power is back.
Okay.
But we're also calling, I think we're also happy that si President Bongbong Marcos is also having the LUA look into the water situation as well. Because of course, water is the most essential basic need in the household. I think right now, many places still need a more accessible means to get water into their communities po. That's why si Governor Jake has also advocated as a short-term solution po yung water truck, and as a medium-term solution po yung bulk water project namin. Pero ultimately, we really are calling on our partners to really explore maybe how we can improve the water systems even further.
All right. Thank you, Attorney Dale Tudod, Provincial Administrator and Tourism Officer of Siquijor, for joining us today.
Thank you po. Thank you everyone.